fifth time. I'm not on. This ain't ESPN, so I don't know the exact number, but I know it happened to Cleveland. It happened to Chicago. This is twice to Chicago. You done lost fourth quarter leads. You almost lost it the first time we beat them. So this is twice. That's 3 right there. And it was one of them was the Cleveland Browns. I was going to say the Cavaliers. The Cleveland Browns, the worst team in football almost.
Right.
Outside of Las Vegas. The worst team. You lose a 10-point lead in 4 minutes. Because at some point, LaFleur gets too. Oh, and let me add this in there, too. We wouldn't have been in the 7th spot had he not gone for the tie against Dallas early on in the season. Y'all probably forgot that.
Yeah, I was in Texas when it happened. When
he went for the tie. He could have tried. He didn't even try to get in the end zone.
Right.
He was like, okay, I'm going to just go for this tie. When he gets a lead or he gets in a position where he thinks he's up, he goes too much by the book.
I agree.
And he plays it safe.
I agree.
You got to put your foot on their necks.
And not let up.
Not let up. You can't have mercy on anybody. Next season, I don't want to see no mercy. I want them throwing bombs and running it down people's throat all the way till the 60 minutes is up, because that's what they doing to us.
I agree.
Regardless. And also, the kicker needs to be tarred and feathered.
Yep. Truth Nation, what's your truth on this? The Packers and the Bears, the traumatic loss for the Packers against our rivals, the Bears. And, again, Dame, with me, I'm always like this. So when the game ended, as soon as the game ended, I knew I was going to get inundated with Facebook, social media posts, and all of that kind of stuff, right? So I end up, beating all of that. I take away their opportunity. Okay. So I end up putting up a post. I said, well, that's the end of our season. It's still go, Pack, go. Congratulations to the Bears, and good luck in your journey or whatever, something like that. And that was it. You know what I mean? So anybody that wanted to try to taunt and all of that, I took away their power.
Yeah.
I took away their power.
I got a buddy that went to the game. He's a Bears fan. He went to the game. He sent us, all types of pictures in front of the ice sculptures outside and stuff, and all his Bears stuff. And he could have terrorized us more after the game, but he didn't. And I was expecting more of a terrorist acts in our chat, but he didn't. He took it easy on us. Understanding the pain that we were in, because and shout out to Andy. He went with his son, and it was that's a playoff experience is an experience.
Absolutely.
And his son is a young football player, so a playoff experience like that is something that you gotta love. You gotta love that. And so I'm happy for him for that, but I wasn't happy for him that they won. He's still a coward, because I hate the Bears, and for obvious reasons. But listen, that kicker gotta go.
Yep. We got a call on the True Talk text lines. We're talking about the pain and suffering of the Packers giving up all those points. And it happened before. It happened in the last one where they ended up winning. It was kind of like the same thing. We had a chance to and there goes the dagger. But it's nope.
There's no way you can demolish a team like that in the first half. Way it flipped. That's coaching.
Right.
He wasn't putting the players in the positions. He was taking his foot off the gas and not allowing them to attack.
Yeah, because when you learn it about, trying to save somebody who's hemorrhaging, you get what I'm saying? It's like you got to apply pressure. You got to continue to apply pressure to stop.
They scored on their first 3 times they have the ball, and then they missed the field goal, and then they didn't score again until the fourth quarter.
That part. We got Blake. Blake, great morning. Love you. Appreciate you. Welcome to Truth in the Morning. You hear us talking about the Packers game with the Bears. What's your truth?
Good morning, family.
Great morning.
Good morning, Homer. Good morning, Dame.
Good morning,
Dame,
bro.
if you don't stay out of my head, dude. It's the second time I didn't call you and took the words out of my mouth, but I appreciate you being a genius, so that means we're on the same level. I'm like a tiger. I got you in my mouth. I'm going to crush your larynx. You're going to be dead in 10 seconds. There was no way they were supposed to let the gas off. Once you beat, I'm like the high school, I'm like the bully on the playground. I'm beating up everybody till I graduate. I'm here 5 years. Now, see, the Bears, they got Caleb. And the last game, when he threw that pass, the dude caught it. And just like this one, he did the same thing. But the secondary has been weak forever. Forever. And then they get on there with the dreads and the gold, and they, my swag. And dude, I've been around these cats. They soft. Like I keep telling people, if I wouldn't have got hurt, dude, everything is meant to be. If I wouldn't have got hurt in 2000 when I got shot up, when I was going for the Atlanta Falcons and the Saints, and I was going and the Bucks and the Wizards, there wouldn't be a lot of people out here playing. Everybody just be wearing knock-pons around here. But man, when you playing football, like on the playground, and there's barely snow outside, we were out there on the ground playing. The snow didn't give, the ground didn't. We played. Mm-hmm. And coaching, when you coaching, I don't care. Sometimes you got to go and be above your coach. They didn't do that. The coach ain't doing what he got to do, man. We got to play our game. That's why it's a difference in basketball. LeBron and Jordan. When you have the killer instinct, stay a killer, be one. It's okay.
Absolutely. Blake, you're right. Blake, you're absolutely right. And Matt LaFleur's got to learn that. He's got to stop playing it safe. When you killing him, because he wasn't playing it safe that first half. And then on that drive where they scored a touchdown, he opened the playbook back up. Okay, we need to score. Let's open the playbook back up. And he's always thinking about the next game. And stop saving stuff. And, McManus got to go. He just got to go. They need to draft a kicker because you can't lose these players. You're paying these players too much money. You're paying the coaches too much money. They're putting their hearts and souls into these games only to have the kicker lose the game for you. It's okay if you miss a field goal at the end of the game. That happens. A lot of pressure. Bro, you missed 3. Yep. You missed a touchdown worth of points.
Yep.
Come on, man. Mm-hmm. All you got to do is make one of them 3, and it's a different game.
Yep. Of course, kind of looking like Max Headroom here.
The new camera. Hey, yo, we got new cameras, y'all.
Yeah, we're just working the bugs out.
They look fancy, but we'll see if they work the bugs out on them.
Eat. Yeah. We're going to learn today. Great morning again.
Make our internet look like it's popcorn internet, but that's all right. We got real internet here at the Truth, y'all.
Yeah.
We in effect.
Yeah. We getting adjusted. Again, you're listening to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 FM. And no, your eyes are not deceiving you. We're going to work it out. We got to take care of these bills, and we'll be black.
Truth Nation, 101.7 The Truth is proud to partner with the Marcus Performing Arts Center to celebrate the life and legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., live from Eline Hall. On Monday, January 19th at 4 p.m., join us for the 42nd annual Martin Luther King Jr. birthday celebration as culture, community, and conversation come together at one of Milwaukee's most iconic stages. Be a part of a powerful day honoring Dr. King's vision with the award-winning 101.7 The Truth, live from the Marcus Performing Arts Center.
The MPS City Conference basketball season is starting to heat up, and we are bringing you all the live hoops action right here on 101.7 The Truth. This Friday night, we have a City Conference matchup as the Milwaukee School of Languages Hawks travel to take on the Audubon Tech Cardinals. Tip-off is set for 7 p.m. on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. City Conference basketball is sponsored by Milwaukee Public Schools, MPS Proud, and presented by Gruber Law Offices.
Wisconsin winters can be tough, and so are higher energy bills. The Community Advocates Milwaukee County Energy Assistance Program is ready to help you. Eligible Milwaukee County residents can receive help with their energy bills and weatherization benefits to keep you warm and help you manage your heating and electric bills. Schedule your personal appointment at keepwarmmke.org or call 414-270-4653. For more details about locations and hours of operation, go to communityadvocates.net. This program is administered by the State of Wisconsin Department of Administration.
Skilled trade workers are the backbone of every community, and also the Army National Guard. Soldiers trained to keep the power flowing, engines running, and in every other trade needed to accomplish the mission. These soldiers are on the fast track to learning skills that can set them up for success at home with companies looking to hire the best. Their resumes are being built through their paid training and part-time service. Find out how you too can learn a trade profession by visiting NationalGuard.com. Sponsored by the Wisconsin Army National Guard. Aired by the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association and this station.
Dad's gonna be far side, good.
What should I do with my dress?
Do little wiggles.
The slate's coming in.
What does it feel like when you're down or having a bad day?
It feels sad, like you just don't want to do anything.
All my little emotions in my head is just running crazy. I don't know what to do.
As a teacher or coach, do you ever feel overwhelmed supporting kids' mental health?
I had never experienced players being so down that they can't even participate.
He's just in tears in the huddle. I didn't know what to do.
Teachers need tons of help.
Kids Mental Health Foundation offers educational materials to help guide conversations with our students.
It's so important that we are constantly educating ourselves.
It's the same as the CPR class to me. We're trying to save a life here.
The Kids Mental Health Foundation has free tools and information developed by experts because kids' mental health starts with all of us. Scan the QR code or check out kidsmentalhealthfoundation.org to get started.
This is Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
Welcome, Black Truth Nation. The Truth Talk text lines are open at 833-212-1017. I am the legendary Home Blow, along with my brother,
MC Dame Ellzey, in the building.
Yeah, we had just licking our wounds, I guess, as it relates to the Packers.
Shout out to DT. I know somebody said I know she's feeling happy.
Yep. Craig XL, great morning. Love you. Appreciate you. Venus Jones, great morning. Love you. Appreciate you. Happy born day. Happy born day. May you be blessed with many, 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 many more. Hashtag that part. Hashtag facts. I mean, you're not the best zodiac sign, but it's your birthday, so definitely got to acknowledge you, So that part, that's the best I can do. You know what I mean?
Wild Love said also after what happened in the last game against the Bears before the playoff game, they should have been thinking win by 50.
Right.
They should have been.
Absolutely.
They were killing them dudes in the first half. It was like, and in the second half, it was night and day. No, you can't tell me it's not about, that's about heart and that's about coaching.
Mm-hmm.
That's all that is.
Yep.
That's all that is.
Sister Lorena Star Marie, great morning. Love you. Appreciate you. Ariane Kawanda, great morning. Love you. Appreciate you. Wild Love said, okay. Packers need a proven old coach. So good morning, Matt LaFleur has got to go. Against the Bears, you go for the kill, especially when Ben Johnson has been so disrespectful to the team.
Did you see the handshake he did?
Yep.
That was corny. That was corny, and that was childish right there.
Yep. Talking about unsportsmanlike conduct. That could have been a
She was saying real quick and then dipped off.
Right. The Packers need a proven old coach for this young team.
Nah, they straight with Matt LaFleur. Matt LaFleur has a 76-60 record or something. He got a winning record. You're not gonna find that too easy. And if they know anything, they should learn from the Bucks. Mm-hmm. You got rid of the dude that won you the championship because he was messing up. Then you brought in another guy, and he had the team at second or third in the league. Mm-hmm. And you fire him, then you bring in Doc, and it ain't been the same since.
Right. Lori Patterson, great morning. Love you, appreciate you, from B More. Hashtag that part. Sincere Ronnie Ray Real. Great morning. Love you. Appreciate you. So y'all got security cams? Let's see who else checking in. They're saying happy birthday to Venus Jones. Jeff, great morning. Love you. Appreciate you. Thank you, Truth Nation, for checking in on our YouTube page at 1017 The Truth. Make sure you like and subscribe while you are there. Also, Facebook Live. You can watch us on Facebook Live, and while you're there, you can like and follow. And X, all at 1017 The Truth. And, of course, our Truth Talk text line, if you'd like to join in at any time during the conversations, please hit us up at 833-212-1017. Obama school had been in the news, bruh. Did you end up hearing about that?
Yeah, I did hear about that.
So you know me. I always like to say I like to wait until I get the receipts because news media and a lot of other people, they jumped off the wagon and was like, let's go, and I'm like, hold on.
The initial reports seemed like they were worse than
talking about they waited for the bus and they ended up attacking a coach and attacking other students, and the receipts and the update says MPS said it took disciplinary action after December 16th Bayview Obama basketball fight. And a spokesman from Milwaukee Public Schools confirmed Thursday, January 8th, that a fight took place after a varsity boys basketball game between Milwaukee Bayview and Obama SCTE last month. Stephen Davis, Milwaukee Public Schools Media Relations Manager, issued a statement on behalf of the district following an investigation into a fight between the two schools to address what took place following the December 16th game at Obama SCTE's gymnasium. Bayview won that game 64-39. On December 16th, 2025, what were you going to say?
I might have been fighting too then.
Okay.
64-39. That is an ass whooping on the court, and you want to get it back. I know I'm making light of something that shouldn't be made light of, but as a former MPS athlete, them losses go deep. So.
On December 16, 2025, a fight broke out after the basketball game between Obama and Bayview High Schools. Staff and coaches broke up the fight near the exit of the gym, and during that process, a coach fell and sustained an injury to his wrist, the statement said. According to the information gathered by witnesses from both schools, no coach or adult was attacked by students outside of the building. The safety of our students, staff, and our athletics visitors is important to us. And as we would in any case like this, we took prompt action to investigate the incident. We also took appropriate school and athletic disciplinary actions. We cannot share the specifics on the student discipline per federal law. Milwaukee Police Department school resource officers were present for the basketball game. However, they had left prior to this situation, and event staff were there to address it immediately. The statement appears to make reference to a media report that said members of the Obama SCTE program followed Bayview players into the parking lot to board the team's bus. That media report also indicated that when one of the Bayview coaches attempted to de-escalate the situation, he was surrounded and attacked by the Obama players. Both schools' athletic departments were contacted by the Journal-Sentinel, but neither school responded when asked for further comment or information on the situation. Bayview and Obama SCTE are scheduled to play each other again Saturday, January 10th at 12:45 p.m. at the Al McGuire Center. Of course, it didn't happen.
Yeah, no.
You know what I'm saying? So
they probably called that game off. Marquette wasn't having that.
That part.
They probably called that game off.
Yeah.
And for those that don't know, Obama is what we used to call Custer.
Mm-hmm.
Let that sink in.
Lady Pitts.
Lady Pitts over there too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Lady Pitts and Custer.
Yeah.
So the fight probably did happen.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't too much.
Well, they're not denying the fight happened.
Yeah,
the fight happened. But they said that a coach was attacked by Obama.
Yeah, but see the extra stuff.
Yeah,
and all the sensationalism that they've added onto this. It was a fight, and y'all heard me talk about us fighting when I was in high school. We fought against Vincent. I gave a whole story about us fighting Vincent. It happens. Fights happen at athletic events.
Mm-hmm.
But when it's us, it's the end of the world. It happens. They fight in hockey. They fight all over the place. Fights happen. You've given your all and you lose. You're dealing with young people and it hurts.
Mm-hmm.
But even in that situation, they try to make it seem as if these young men who are probably doing well in school, because you got to be doing well to be on the court.
Right.
You got to get a 2.5 or something, whatever the grading scale is now.
Yeah.
It's something. But you got to have
They keep lowering it, though.
You got to have at least C's to be on the court.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so they just got caught up in the moment. But they didn't go far as they are saying, like they just lost control and they chasing down buses and beating up adults.
Yeah, they made it sound
like
wild and loose.
Yeah,
man. Wild and loose.
And that's that. You know why? It's because MPS is under so much scrutiny. They got so much going on over the last year. Once that happens, once you start getting those type of articles written on you, those type of stories told about you, it becomes easy prey.
Yep.
Because now the media knows, this can, if I talk bad about MPS, people are gonna listen. And it becomes easy picking, so to speak, right? And this is another case of easy pickings where whoever reported that first story didn't do their due diligence and didn't find out what was going on. And that's what they should do, especially when you're talking about the reputation of young men and young women out here. You know, let's make sure that what we're
because it'll ride with them. It'll ride with them for the rest of their school, and you know what I'm saying. If they go on to higher learning, it's going to be right there. It's going to stick out like a sore thumb.
Yeah, because I can only imagine. Like I told y'all, I fought in football. I think I fought in basketball. Yeah, it was different then, right? It was no social media. It wasn't reported immediately. We didn't get none of us got suspended for fighting. We had to forfeit a couple of games, but none of us got suspended or none of this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? I think sometimes we make things worse because of the attention that it garners, because everybody's got phones and everybody thinks they're a reporter. And in this situation, people start talking about teachers getting beat up and this, that, and the other, when that's not the case.
Right.
It was Custer lost to Bayview and there was a fight. 20, 30 years ago, that would have been the end of the story.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Next time they play, you got more security, just in case it happens again.
Yep. And they probably would request that the SROs stay longer.
That's it.
Yep.
There you have it. But because it's now, and the oversensitive nature of people on social media and people reporting things that they really don't know about, it gets blown up to the point where it's all over the news, and it fits the stereotype of young black men and young people that they have for young people in Milwaukee. It fits that stereotype, so it's easily believed.
Yep.
And then it runs. But I bet you the retraction of what really happened won't be as big. It'll be, ducked off someplace. You have to go find it and search it.
Yep. We got to get ready to take care of some bills. True Talk text lines are open at 833-212-1017. If you'd like to weigh in on this situation, please give us a call. Again, you're listening to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 FM. The Truth will be black.
You served behind the desk.
You served in combat.
You did 4 years and got out.
You were drafted.
You gave 20 years.
You gave exactly what your country needed.
And so did you.
When you raised your hand and swore an oath to your country, when you put your name on a dotted line, you became part of only 1% of Americans who did the same. You are a veteran.
You are a veteran.
You are a veteran. Because no matter when, where, or how you served, you made a sacrifice for your country, and you deserve support.
If you're struggling with life after service, don't wait. Reach out.
Reach out to a loved one, to a fellow veteran, to VA.
Find resources at va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
Many of our most important memories are made at school. But for children like Victoria, the classroom can be a place of fear and isolation. She wore a bandage over her cleft every day. Too shy to speak, too afraid to smile. Everything changed after one life-transforming surgery made possible by Smile Train. Today, Victoria's smile lights up her classroom, a symbol of confidence, connection, and new beginnings. Due to stigma, children with untreated clefts often miss out on school entirely. But thanks to Smile Train, students like Victoria are stepping into the classroom, raising their hands, and finding their voice. Smile Train partners with local experts to support with free cleft surgeries and other comprehensive care, empowering children to thrive in school and in life. Let's help every child walk into the classroom with confidence. Visit smiletrain.org/learn.
Real talent is defined by what people can do, not where they learn to do it. So by stopping at the education section of a resume, you might throw away the perfect hire. You might miss someone who has valuable skills to offer to help your business thrive right now and in the future. Because the truth is this: Skills First Hiring helps you see talent others miss, like more than 70 million stars, skilled through alternative routes. When you let their story unfold, you gain a competitive advantage, because hiring managers who start with skills are 60% more likely to find a successful hire. See the real person, complete. See what others miss. Hire skills first. Learn why it's a competitive advantage at tearthepaperceiling.org. Brought to you by Opportunity at Work and the Ad Council.
Northbound 175 or Appleton Avenue is closed right now from Rivercrest Drive to Highway Q, all because of a crash. So watch out for that. That's just the northbound side. I believe the southbound side's still okay. 41 heading past that area is looking okay. We're not seeing any delays all the way down to the zoo. Eastbound 94, we are seeing a bit of a backup from the zoo interchange to Hawley Road and again through the stadium. The westbound side slowing down just west of 27th Street all the way past Mitchell Boulevard. Starting to build up a little bit of volume on the east-west bypass heading right past Loomis on the westbound side. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, mostly sunny, a high of 42. Tonight, increasing clouds, a low of 32. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 101.7 The Truth.
You are listening to Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth app, and streaming live on 101.7 The Truth on YouTube.
Truth Nation, mark your calendars for Friday, February 20th for the second annual Truth Community Awards hosted by my people, Homer Blow and Bailey Coleman, celebrating individuals making a real difference in our community. Tickets go on sale soon. Visit 1017thetruthAwards.com to learn more. The Truth Community Awards are sponsored by Milwaukee College Prep, the Milwaukee Bucks, Gruber, Steinhoffels, Cousins Subs, and 3rd Street Market Hall. Come celebrate with us on Friday, February 20th at the Truth Community Awards hosted by Homer Blow and your girl Bailey Coleman from 5:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. at Venue 3 in the 3rd Street Market Hall. You don't want to miss it this year, y'all. The best community awards event of the year.
Welcome, Black, to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 FM, The Truth, inside the American Family Insurance Studio in the heart of downtown at the Avenue. I am the legendary Homer Blow, along with my brother,
MC Dame Ellzey.
And
let me just say this.
Yes.
You know, whenever I read one of these long ones, I got something to say.
Mm-hmm.
Andrew, if you made this and you're listening, you're my brother and I love you. But, you know, you left that F off of from, and it looked like Rom. I'm being petty now because Andrew's an adult.
No,
you can handle it.
I don't know. It's just the spirit of Homer Blow. I don't know.
No, I've always been this way. I told you.
Than me? Yeah. So then I'm not different.
Way. I just don't do it to. I just don't do it to little kids. I do it to adults all the time.
And even with that, like I say, if you really went black, all I just said was the word. And like I say, you teach people by just saying the word. I didn't say nothing else.
If y'all are wondering what we're talking about, was that Friday?
Mm-hmm.
Friday, a young lady called in and she said, instead of inaugural, what did she say? She said
inaugural. Why are you laughing? And all I said and I waited after the call was done.
I don't think it was a
No, go back and listen.
That bad. It was close.
No. So all I did, and like I say, in teaching, and this is a real lesson for people, when you are, if you're wanting to correct, you teach at the same time. So it wasn't no beat up. It wasn't none of that. I just said inaugural, and then you was like, that's petty. I just said the word. I pronounced and enunciated the word. Yeah. But the same way that, it's like, it's something about it. You had to say it.
I had to, because it threw me off. It said rhyme.
So it threw you off. Okay.
It said rhyme instead of
So I'm just
from.
saying.
And
So inaugural wouldn't have. That's all I'm saying. That's it. And again, like I said, I didn't even say to who. I just said inaugural. And then we were getting ready to go to the next caller, and you was like, hold on, man. I'm like
Tony Montana over here. Nobody in the kids.
Man.
They don't catch strays, but
man.
I would have.
But we teach them.
I would have definitely pulled her to the side.
Yeah. And especially as it relates to our community and the different things that are closing down. So we had in the 15th Automatic District, the Pick and Save on 35th off North Avenue closed down. Now we have Aldi's, which is of Sherman between Villard and Silver Spring. So that Aldi's, if people are wondering which Aldi's that was.
I'm trying to picture it.
Yeah, it's on the right-hand side. If you are headed towards Silver Spring, once you cross the light on Villard, and before you get halfway down, it's right there to your right.
Okay. Well,
so that one, yeah.
It's still
so that's closed.
Another grocery store that's closing.
But we also saw last week, stories coming out about the Sherman Park grocery store. Now, they are not closed, but they are in dire straits, and they could have to close if they don't end up getting some help from the community, the city. They're asking for nonprofits. They're asking anybody that may be able to help them. And when the government shutdown happened and the SNAP benefits were frozen, 80%, now this is crazy because 80% of their business is from.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that is.
But that also means
SNAP
they were teetering on the edge of surviving anyway.
Yes.
If something like that happened.
And then they also mention theft. You get what I'm saying? So, and when I think about like some of those bigger stores like the and if we can support community, please do. The Sherman Park grocery store.
Absolutely.
Again, the only black-owned and operated grocery store in the state of Wisconsin.
I think we people, that just went over my head when you told me that. And it was like, because you just assumed there was Lena's, and then Lena's kind of flipped it to the Piggly Wigglies and all of this, but there's no more.
Right.
We don't have that anymore.
Right.
We got spoiled with that, right? And then they flipped it and went into different stuff, and they didn't want to do the grocery store stuff no more. I guess it was a headache. The next generation of Lena's family members didn't want to do that, and it's left a void. Just imagine no black-owned grocery stores in the entirety of a state, and the one that is not a huge one.
Right. Absolutely.
It's small, right? It used to be in Jesus Clippers is where that was, right? So it's small, but that's the only one in the entirety of the state.
Yes.
So all black people gotta eat. And whenever we talk about the recycling of the black dollar, there's no way you can recycle that black dollar.
Right. Absolutely.
There's nowhere to go.
Absolutely. So
that's just a whole portion of money that's just leaving our community. And then you also have to think about, okay, you said the Aldi's on Sherman between Silver Spring and
Villard.
You got the Pick and Save on 35th and North.
Correct.
And then you add in this grocery store, the Sherman Park one, that's teetering on needing our support. It's all right on Sherman right there.
Well, I mean,
in the Sherman Park, that's really
right. Well,
right there.
Well, let's
not in the Sherman Park, but I'm just saying it's all
right.
Central City.
But let's go black and talk about the fact that the Walmart in Midtown when it closed. Because, they also had groceries in there as well.
Right. But they got the pick and save on the other side, and that's probably hanging on by a string.
Right. Oh, it is. You know what I mean?
Because I heard somebody that went there the other day, and they were like, I'm never going again. It's hanging on by a string.
Absolutely. Now,
and you know what happens,
what is the problem? Okay, go ahead.
You know what happens, though? Not to cut you off, but you know what happens, though?
What's that?
When you close down everything in an area, but you leave these now this store is holding up sort of like Atlas.
Yep.
It's holding up the whole community, and it's not built to do that.
That's right.
These stores that are left are not built to be Atlas and hold up the whole community, so the weight of everything falls. And so now, what may have been a not so bad experience becomes a terrible experience because the whole community is going to this one store, like the Walgreens on 35th in Wisconsin. All the other Walgreens closed. And so this is the only one open. It ain't the only one, but this one.
Right, I get where you're going. Yeah, absolutely.
It bears, and you can tell immediately after they closed the other one, then they closed the pharmacy on 27th Street, or the hours was messed up or something like that. So they started going over. You could tell immediately that pharmacy can't keep up.
Right.
With the pressures of that amount of.
Yep, the King Drive location closed. I mean, the one on Teutonia,
the one on
Capitol.
the near South Side.
Yeah.
Closed. So you got the ones on the near South Side. You got all these other people going to 35th in Wisconsin or going to 16th in Wisconsin.
Or 76th in Capitol.
But the 16th in Wisconsin one is just Marquette. That's basically that. They ain't, that's a whole different world. So, because they got a Syndex over there and all of that. That's a whole different world. I bet you people don't even know it's a Syndex over there.
And that is by design, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. They're not advertising the fact that it's a Syndex on 16th.
So, Troop Nation, we're going to end up having to take care of some bills, but I want to know, what do you think the root cause of these closings are? In your opinion, I got my opinions, but I definitely
Homer disappeared, y'all, on the YouTube.
I know, bro.
I'm looking at it, and she just said it, and I'm like,
I'm out of here. Hello.
He's a ghost.
I know. Well, with that being said, we're going to take care of some bills. We're working it out. We got some new things that are happening. And
brand new cameras. They fancy, though.
Yep, they are.
Terminator cameras.
Stop the violence, or, make sure stop closing the stores. But I want to know what y'all think, Troop Nation. Why do you think a lot of these stores are closing, and why do you think the store, the Sherman Park Grocery, the only black-owned grocery store in the state of Wisconsin, is in jeopardy of having to shut its doors? 833-212-1017, 833-212-1017. When we come back, I might be black. We'll be black.
Breaking down the issues that shape our city and our future.
Another function of white supremacy: don't teach black people stuff, because if you give us a little bit of knowledge, we'll invent something totally new. That's why it was illegal to teach slaves to read, because if we could read, then we could write. And if we could write, we could communicate. And if we could communicate, we could plan. And if we could plan, we could strategize. And if we can plan and write and read and communicate and strategize, we could overthrow white supremacy, because they've always known how fragile it is.
It's The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, weekdays from 9 to noon.
Whether your child is just learning to dribble or is already working on their threes, Bucks Youth Basketball Camps are the place to play, learn, and have a blast, too. Packed with games, skills challenges, and high fives, Bucks Youth Basketball Camps foster fun and teamwork for all skill levels. Get ready for your youngster to ball like a buck. Learn more about upcoming Bucks Youth Basketball Camps at bucks.com/camps. That's bucks.com/camps.
New year, new savings for property owners. Odom Investments and Property Management is kicking off the new year with a special offer you don't want to miss. Half off your first month property management fees. Whether you own one property or a full portfolio, let our experienced team take the stress out of managing your investment. Start the year strong and save money today. Call 855-ODOM-WAY or visit odomhomes.com. That's odomhomes.com.
Teachers are dynamic leaders, shaping a new generation. They bring a variety of perspectives, from diverse backgrounds, innovating how they teach to prepare students for our fast-changing world. Achieving this takes skill and expertise. They're tireless explorers, creatively discovering a universe of solutions, telling stories, experimenting, inspiring, mentoring, connecting cultures, and connecting with each other, leading by example. Experience the unique joy of helping students thrive. Teaching is a journey that shapes lives. Are you ready to begin? Explore teaching at teach.org, a campaign supported by the U.S. Department of Education, Teach.org, and 1 million teachers of color.
After an accident, don't wait to get the help you need. Call Gruber Law Offices first. There is no fee until we win your case. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Prizes, exclusive experiences, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting truthcontests.com. That's truthcontests.com.
More of Truth in the Morning is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and streaming live on 1017 The Truth on YouTube.
Truth Nation, reminder that the Truth Awards coming February 20th. Tickets are on sale now. That's right, they on sale now. So you don't have to worry about being on sale soon. They on sale now. Visit 1017thetruthAwards.com to learn more. Again, mark your calendars. Friday, February 20th for the second annual Truth Community Awards, hosted by Homer Blow and my girl Bailey Coleman. Tickets on sale now. Visit 1017thetruthAwards.com for more info.
Great morning, Truth Nation. Welcome, Black. We are talking about the closing of food stores, and we're talking about already being within a food desert. And the latest added to that is the Aldi's between Villard Avenue and Silver Spring on Sherman. And also having the only Black-owned and operated grocery store, Sherman Park Grocery, located on Fond du Lac in Sherman, in jeopardy of having to close their doors if they don't end up seeing or getting a robust boost. And not just no little one-time thing. You know how people be like, all right, we're going to go and we're going to
crowdfunding.
Yeah, we're going to do it on this day and we're going to do it on that day. No, they need something consistent. And then there's a Black woman that does food, and she has a business inside of their business, and she was on the news saying that if that happens, then that kind of like there goes her business as well. So we'll be losing like two businesses. So my thing is, what do you think the issue is with a lot of these grocery stores that are leaving and creating this food desert, especially within the inner city, in my opinion?
No money.
So 35th and North, of course, you're talking about the Aldi's that just closed. And of course, they're giving, I think, politically correct, reasons. Oh, well, we're just trying to consolidate and this, that, and the other. But I think it's a little bit more behind it. Great morning to everybody on our YouTube page, and make sure while you're there you like and subscribe. Let's see. B. Bruce said, safety is the issue with inner city shopping. And that's crazy. Great morning. Love you. Appreciate you. Said Sherman Park Groceries going to have to make their prices a little more competitive if you are within a mile from a large grocery store. Chain people are going to go there to save money. And also said they are too close to Pick and Save. And Kiana S. Williams, great morning, love you, appreciate you. Said literally that part. I don't shop in the inner city. I'm bougie, so I shop in different counties. I wish you would just shop.
Yeah.
So the True Talk text lines are open. We want to hear from you. 833-212-1017. Now, let's see. B. Bruce also said Sherman Park needs parking, and they need to lose that obstructive chain link fence. So as we talk about the thoughts and the reasons of why this could be happening.
The obvious reasons is people are going to say the stealing. They're going to say, the customers. Okay, I get that.
Yeah, those are real things, too.
Those are real things. Okay, I get that. Like I was telling Homer, like I said, y'all, we talk all the time. So it's like, even through the commercial break, y'all just hearing the parts that we talk about on air. Mm-hmm. But it's an ongoing conversation that we're always having. So
correct.
If we say something off air that is poignant, we want to make sure that we repeat it on air.
Absolutely.
And I was out on Walgreens on 76 in Cold Spring. Why am I going all the way out there? Because I hate going to the Walgreens on 35th in Wisconsin for the reasons I just stated earlier. That's neither here nor there. So I'm all the way out there, and it's a 24-hour Walgreens, so my prescriptions, I can get them whenever I want. And I used to work third shift, so it was a lot of reasons. For the first time when I was out there, I saw those preventative theft measures out there.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the joke is that it's in the white areas, so they had the Red Bulls and the Munsters and the Mountain Dews behind the preventative theft measures. I chuckled, mightily when I saw it. But the point is this: the stealing is taking place all over, right? It's gonna happen, and I understand it probably happens more in our area. But I think the bigger issue here is that because of online sales and Amazon and the emergence of online, nobody wants to actually have to go to the store. You can get everything online. Even your groceries, you can just have somebody go, and they're going to you're going to order it from Woodlands or wherever you can get it from that's the cheapest, and everybody's going to go there, and you're going to do Instacart or something like that, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's not. I had to go to Target the other day, and I know are we still not going to Target? I had to go for work.
I'm still shopping Amazon.
It wasn't me. I'm
still using my phone.
Yeah, so that's neither here nor there. Not that I ain't a revolutionary, but some things you just gotta have.
That's all.
So
thank you.
I gotta have my water. So I got certain things you gotta do.
Thank you, Dave.
Listen, and so I went, and my boss she ordered some stuff. She ordered some stuff from Target I had to take to the office, and it was so easy. Like I just pulled up, they just came and brought it to the car, and that was the end of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think technology has come to the point where we don't need to have so many stores. And so because we don't need to have this amount of stores, and these stores are breaking themselves down, Walgreens is going into you can't tell me Walgreens is in a good position when they're closing so many stores. This is what all businesses do when they're about to go out of business, period. So Walgreens is consolidating, trying to save itself. And what do? They're going to take out the stores in the black neighborhoods. Of course, that's the first place that's going to go because they're white corporations. And they're going to keep the stores that are making the most money. Those stores are making the most money because they're in those areas. So they're going to make the most money. So they're going to close us down. I think it's a business model change on top of everything else.
Yeah, theft prevention. Christina Santiago, great morning. Love you. Appreciate you on the YouTube page. Said everyone should go to the Sherman Park store and buy an item with cash and let them keep the change. Let's put black into the community. One of the other things that that I think of when I think about, okay, well, why is this happening? It's a collective of things. One is exactly what you're saying, Dame, with all of the convenience. We are living in a world of convenience. If I can end up ordering the food that I need from Walmart, Sam's Club, wherever it is,
absolutely.
Why am I going in? And for the comment that I believe it was who said that they need to lower their prices. That's crazy. Said they should lower their prices. The thing is, when we don't shop, we don't make it where they can be competitive with some of the other prices. I've always said that about Black-owned beauty supply stores. When people get to talking about, oh, look how much they charge, look how much they charge. Well, my thing is, if we went and bought the products that they have in volume like these other stores, then they could be more competitive because they could buy in bulk. They don't have, they sell something here, something there. That's not enough for you to be able to lower your prices to be competitive. These other stores, besides them being corporate owned and ran, they buy in bulk. So they can make you think you're getting a deal when you really ain't getting a deal, because all of that stuff they got as bonus. You know how they throw stuff in if you buy something because you bought so much of it. Oh, we gonna throw in 40 more of these. So that price that you're getting that may be better than other stores may be that little bonus stuff.
Right.
And they say, sale. Ain't no damn sale. You feel what I'm saying? They could afford to get rid of that. Then go right back to the regular price. But if we're not supporting our Black-owned and operated businesses, and one, we got to stop saying Black-owned and operated business and just open your damn business. I've been saying this for decades, Dame. Stop. I don't see not one white company that has to say we're white owned. I don't see Timu saying, hey, we're foreign owned. I don't see them saying none of that. You might figure it out by all the little language that you see on some of the materials, but other than that, we the only ones that be shop. That really so we got to take care of.
When I was listening to Kyle and that subject came up,
when I heard Al saying it, I was like, I've been saying this for decades.
It really made me think, and I was like, is it a benefit to say that you're Black-owned?
Hell no, we got to take care of bills. But yeah, we're going to come back and talk about it. We got a couple of calls on the True Talk text line. Al is one of them. But yeah, you're listening to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 FM The Truth. We'll be black.
Truth Nation is the best fan base in the country.
Been listening to you guys for probably a month. It's some change now, and this is one of my favorite radio shows. And I'm 24, so I used to think talk shows was like an old head thing, and y'all got me hooked.
Welcome to Truth Nation.
We want you to tap into the talk and text line every show, every day at 833-212-1017. Milwaukee Black Talk, 101.7 The Truth.
This is 101.7 The Truth's Kyle Wallace, and I am Milwaukee. I take great pride in being a 414 boy and representing the city that I love. The great memories I have of going to Northtown Cinema to see movies with family and friends, to going to Capitol Court to see the Black Santa Claus, this city has helped shape me into the man that I am today, and I pledge to utilize my voice as a way to advocate for you in our community. Join the home of Milwaukee's realest conversations where you can speak your truth. We are the award-winning 101.7 The Truth. Milwaukee Black Talk.
We asked parents who adopted teens to share their journey.
Nathan has taught me to embrace the moment. Age-wise, I'm in my late 60s. I'm old enough to be his grandfather. Will he be embarrassed to acknowledge me as his dad? I think the most important thing we can do is let them know that they're safe, that they're valued and cared for and loved, and that they're important.
I knew I wanted to be adopted by him because of how he taught me to be the person who I am today. And it's coming from a dad that didn't expect to become a dad, and I feel very proud to be his son.
That was what he needed, and he was what I needed. Every day is full of new opportunities. That's what it's been about, realizing the simple things that it takes to make such a huge difference in these kids' lives.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care at adoptuskids.org. Brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Pollution from trucks is a public health crisis. Diesel-burning trucks belch dangerous levels of pollution, and communities living near ports and along freight corridors breathe especially high levels of this dirty air. But this crisis has a solution. My name is Sasan Sadat, and I work for Earth Justice. I'm working to clean up our air quality, particularly for communities that bear the burden of diesel pollution. For the sake of our lungs, our health, and our climate, the future of trucking in this country has got to be zero emissions. Until then, I will never rest.
Earth Justice is a national legal nonprofit defending the environment and people's health. Earth Justice is fighting to save lives, protect our climate, and strengthen our economy through the shift to zero emissions. If clean air matters to you, visit us at earthjustice.org. Earth Justice, because the earth needs a good lawyer.
Breaking news, weather, entertainment, and sports. We have it all here. This is 101.7 FM, 1510 AM, WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Check it out one time.
Troop Nation. We're inside the American Family Insurance Studio in the heart of downtown at the Avenue. This is Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 FM. I am the legendary home of Blow, along with my brother,
MC Dame Ellzey in the building. That was the precursor to me cutting my mic on.
Yeah, great morning, Bailey. I just want to add that to it.
I'm texting Bailey right now. That's what's funny.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's the funny part.
Okay. But we're talking about the store closings, and then, of course, the only black-owned and operated grocery store in the state of Wisconsin has been putting out their plea for help, saying, like, literally humbling themselves, saying, we need help. You get what I'm saying? And if we don't get this help, we're absolutely going to have to close down. And when we talk about some of these stores depending on SNAP benefits, like when you hear, and I think that would be a lot of these stores saying that they really have been surviving with the SNAP benefits. So when that part went down, it kind of showed you how the ecosystem works. You get what I'm saying? Talking about a glitch in the matrix,
yeah,
it was a glitch in the matrix. So we want to hear from you, Troop Nation. We got a few calls lined up, 833-212-1017. Al, great morning. Love you, appreciate you. You here, we're talking about the food deserts and the store closings and jeopardy of closing. What's your truth?
My truth is it's many factors. Some of the factors is they don't really want black money. Some of the other factors is when it comes to us, not us, them other people. The management and the hiring of the people needs to be revamped. You have to do something about the representation and how the store look. Also, we have to work on the conduct of some of our people because they're going to use some of the issues that some other people is bringing to the stores to close. And when you look at other stores like Fast and Friendly in Food Town and Gallus, they have a certain expectation on how they hire and the management, how they run it. And we got to get this thing, because we're black, it got to be cheap. You're not getting a $200 job for $10. So we got to get that out the way. But some of this stuff we bring on our own, because I don't go to no inner city Walmart, Walgreens, or grocery store. I'm just keeping it 100. And some of this stuff is coming from us. Have a good day. Work on the conduct of our people. And y'all know what we're talking about. Some of them people do not belong in our neighborhood. Because think about this. You got the Jewish community over there. You don't hear them crying about no food deserts because they ain't really going over here. So y'all just keep it out. Okay, bye-bye.
Thanks, Al. We're going to keep these lines rolling, Dave. We've got Red. Red, great morning. Love you, appreciate you. You hear the talk? Yeah. Hang on, Red. You hear the conversation talking about the food desert. What's your truth?
Yeah. Hey, well, brothers, I've been in the neighborhood for years, too, in and out. And let me tell you something. I asked a lot of Walgreens people, the managers, and that guy that used to own that little shop over there on Atkinson. I think it was like Menards. And what they told me was that the guys would come in there, right, threaten the employees, right, and say, hey, well, it's not your stuff. You say something about it, I'm going to wait for you until you get off work. And I said, are you serious, right? He said, yeah. He said, look, and I don't want to be responsible and have it on my conscience to keep a store open and have my employees threatened when they get off work, okay? So a lot of these guys, they ain't going to work. They're going to terrorize the neighborhood. And so they terrorizing their girlfriend. You see that guy just killed that girl the other day, right? His own baby. So a lot of these guys, this is no pretty picture, you know what I mean? And like that one caller said, hey, you don't see them doing them other people like that, but they'll do our people like that. And so I live right next to a Walgreens, okay? I live right next to it. I be seeing them walking in there, man. They got everything locked up: the toothpaste, the nail polish, the finger picking, and everything else. And they grab the toilet paper and the paper towel. I'm talking about big stacks of grown people, 20, 30, 40, 60, walking out the door because they got a law that says if you touch the shoplifter, you're going to jail. Okay. So that's what I'm trying to say. So, we're a product of our own problem. We want the store to stay, yet we go victimize them by shoplifting, coming in there, robbing them. Hey, like that caller just said, we got to get our own stuff together. You know what I'm trying to say? And I hope they help that brother out over there, Sherman, because he's a pretty good guy. You know what I mean? Because he helps out the neighborhood.
Thank you for your call, Red. We appreciate you.
Red gave us every stereotype.
Man, we're talking about the closing of some of these big chain stores as well as some of the smaller locations. And, a sad reality is, we see you ain't got to lock it up if it ain't a lot of theft that's going on. But it's not only here, it's in other areas as well.
Yeah, like I said, they got the Mountain Dew locked up in the white areas.
Yeah. Melody, great morning. Love you, appreciate you. Welcome to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 FM, The Truth. You hear the conversation on the food deserts, and you, in my opinion, with your role in Metcalf, have a front row seat. So what's your truth?
Yes, good morning. First off, this is not a food desert. Food desert inserts that this is a natural occurrence versus a food apartheid where this is a purposeful outcome. Food apartheid is a product of grocery store redlining. So I'm going to use 35th Street as an example. When that store, 85% of their profits came from food stamps. So when we're seeing the federal cuts to food stamps and we're seeing the cuts to farmers, then stores got to do what they got to do. They got to close the stores in the inner city. When they say they closing 60 stores in the inner city, but then they open 30 stores in the more affluent communities, we have to look at the data. We don't have to just push their propaganda. We're pushing it for them. When we say, oh, they're stealing, ask them to prove how much loss that they got from this store. And when they can't prove it, then what we will say, right? So we got to stop pushing these corporations' agendas. I think what Mo in the Sherman Park grocery store is a different thing from these larger chains. These larger chains is profit first, period. And like Damien said, they steal everywhere. Why do people have to steal, right? When the bus is getting cut, when there's no jobs, all of these different things, people ain't stealing because they want to steal. They stealing to survive. The thing about Mo's grocery store, it's just one smaller grocery store. We're really pushing folks to think differently about a scatter sites grocery store approach where there's smaller grocers that are working together to buy in bulk where the community can support it, because Mo cannot support all of these multiple communities by himself. We're supposed to have 4 grocery stores to every 40,000 people. We're not seeing that on the north side. When you go to Miller Parkway and you go from National to Burnham, you're passing 10 different grocery stores. It is a reason why we don't have the access and the resources that we don't have, and it's a reason why other neighborhoods have it. So that's number one. I think our folks are uninformed, and I think our folks are pushing the agenda that these corporations don't even have to push because we're going to push it for them.
So, Melody,
okay.
I think our folks need to get informed and look at the data. It's data everywhere.
That's what I was going to ask you.
And I'm looking at it.
Real quick. Because I know, so those of you that don't know, Melody is a part of Metcalf Park, and they have been a part of the Pick and Save trying to get that open back up and going about getting the business in there. They've also done the community refrigeration stuff where they had the food available for people. So she's very involved in this, and she knows this information well. So when you've asked these grocery stores to provide that information that you asked them about theft and the reasons that they've come up with for closing these stores, what are the answers that you've been given by these corporations?
They can't provide it. So then that's when you work with reporters and investigative reporters to go find it. That's when you look at the police data, right? That's when you compare it from a store on 35th and North to one that's on Cold Spring. And what you'll find is that our store didn't close for theft.
All right.
So every time somebody say that they're closing for theft, then we need to say, show us the proof. And when they can't show us the proof, then we need to look at, why are these stores closing? Why are these stores only leasing these buildings? They're leasing these buildings because they know that they're going to make as much profit as they can. And when things get rough, they're able to leave with now a 2-day notice.
All right. Well, thank you very
Thank you,
okay,
Melody,
thank you very much, Melody. We appreciate that
call. Shout out to Melody and Melody, I gotta call me. I got something to tell you. It's important. But shout out to them and the work that they do in understanding and asking the right questions of these corporations to get the right answers. And it appears when you talk to people like that who are doing that research, that it's like a systemic thing. It's like systemic racism. It's a systemic thing that's taking place where they're saving money by not servicing a part of the community, and she's right. When you go down Miller Parkway, when you go down on the east side, you got Whole Foods, you got Whole Foods over there. You got Pick and Save. You got the other one a couple blocks away from that. You got I don't want to say it ain't Whole Foods. It's something else because I go there too. But it's right there where the fake tower is. But on the east side, it's like 5 grocery stores within 10 blocks. That's all I'm saying. But we can't keep one in our neighborhood. So there's something else going on besides us stealing and besides us doing the work to push these stores out. There's a bigger plan in play.
Well, I can say that a lot of them, the employees are stealing. It's stealing. It is stealing. It may not be to the degree that they have to end up closing, but I know I can't walk into a lot of stores in our community without seeing things locked up. Like things that I wouldn't expect, like the caller said, I believe, Rhea, like toothpaste and all. I'm like really? But when you also see the people that come into barbershops and stuff like that, man, they be looking like they done came from 7 Mile Fair. They got body wash and a lot.
Like I said, I just think that stealing happens all over the place.
Oh yeah, they do.
And like I said, and when I went in Cold Spring, they got their stuff locked up. They had their tissue in the back.
Sodas.
They had their tissue in the back. So it's like, again, like Melody said, wires all across the board. Why are people having to steal?
Yeah.
The bigger picture is, why are people having to steal?
Some people just be bogus.
One call, that's all.
Truth Nation, right now is your chance to be our one call, that's all Gruber 5K giveaway entry for the day. Yes, you can be entered to win $5,000 courtesy of Gruber Law Offices. You want to try to take none out of the store. Be caller number 11 right now. Caller number 11 right now at 833-212-1017, and you will be entered to win the $5,000 giveaway with the award-winning 1017 The Truth and Gruber Law Offices. Again, that is caller number 11 right now at 833-212-1017. Remember, if you or a loved one has been injured in an accident, contact Gruber Law Offices today. Visit them at gruber-law.com. For official contest rules, visit 1017thetruth.com. We'll be black.
Truth Nation is the best fan base in the country.
Been listening to you guys for probably a month. It's some change now, and this is one of my favorite radio shows, and I'm 24. So, like, I used to think talk shows was like an old head thing, and y'all got me hooked.
Welcome to Truth Nation. We want you to tap into the talk and text line every show, every day at 833-212-1017. Milwaukee Black Talk, 1017 The Truth.
The MPS City Conference basketball season is starting to heat up, and we are bringing you all the live hoops action right here on 1017 The Truth. This Friday night, we have a City Conference matchup as the Milwaukee School of Languages Hawks travel to take on the Audubon Tech Cardinals. Tip-off is set for 7 p.m. on the award-winning 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. City Conference basketball is sponsored by Milwaukee Public Schools, MPS Proud, and presented by Gruber Law Offices.
Natural gas is a clean, reliable, and convenient source of energy delivered directly to you through underground pipelines. The pipeline system has an excellent safety record, but there are clues that can help you identify a potential hazard. If you smell the strong odor of rotten eggs, hear an unusual hissing sound, or see blowing dirt or debris, it could be a natural gas leak. Leave the area immediately and call We Energies at 800-261-5325.
We Energies. People you can trust. Energy you can depend on.
Hi, I'm Vanessa Williams, and I want to share with you the role that diabetes has had in my family. I lost my grandmother at the early age of 64 due to complications with diabetes. She was warm, generous, and a constant encouragement for me to follow my heart. Did you know that African Americans experience chronic kidney disease at a rate that's 25% higher than white Americans? And we're almost 4 times more likely to develop kidney failure. Diabetes and high blood pressure are leading causes of kidney disease, which can result in kidney failure, needing dialysis, or a kidney transplant. The good news is that you have the power to check out how well your kidneys are doing and learn ways to prevent them from failing. So go to your doctor and get yourself checked out. Visit linkbylovetv.org to learn more. Get the facts, get checked, and get healthy.
This is Truth in the Morning on 1017 The Truth.
Kendo, congratulations. You are a qualifier for the Gruber 5K giveaway. You have been entered into the drawing. So that's one step closer. That's one step closer. And who knows, when it's time to choose our 5K, our Gruber 5K giveaway, you could be that one call, that's all. So, Kendall, you're in the race. You're in the race. You're in the race. You haven't won yet, but you have qualified. And that's better than a lot of other people that try to call in and be number 11.
You picked 11? Who picked 11?
Yes, I did.
You picked 11?
Yep,
okay.
11. So we're talking about the food deserts, and as Melody said, no, it's not a food desert, but this is the way that it's brought to us politically all the time when I hear older people talk about it.
That's the common phrase that people use so you can understand it, but she's absolutely right. Food apartheid is in that it's a purposely done thing that is systemic, and so food, and she's right. Food desert implies that it's naturally occurring when that's not the case. So
B. Bruce said, stealing is habitual to too many recent folks do AI stealing purpose. RC Creation Muse, great morning. Love you, appreciate you. Said Target and Walgreens cited high crime and thefts as reasons for closing stores. But reports suggest the claims were exaggerated or used as a cover for other issues like poor management, understaffing. Also, RC Creation Muse said, or general unprofitability, like 2 registers being open, laughing out loud. Who gonna shop at a place like that?
Part.
Yeah, well, you know, this is such a, in my opinion, multifaceted situation, Dame, because some people that look like me don't even want to go to work. They got a job. They call in when they want to. Sometimes they don't call in. They just don't show up. And so now when they replace with AI robots, you feel what I'm saying? And you see they were trying these self-checkouts until some people that look like me, I know in our areas.
In our area.
Were to manipulate that process.
But believe me, it's going on. And listen,
Right.
a lot of times, and this is what happened. I was talking to my homeboy. He's not my homeboy, but I go to Walgreens on 35th. I have to for some things. I don't like going there, but I go there.
Right.
Because it's right around the corner. So I was talking to the manager there. It's cool, brother. And he was basically like, it ain't that we don't have people that don't want to come to work. It's that they don't hire enough people to completely staff a store. So they're completely always understaffed. They're always never to the level that they should be in some of these areas. And you get, when you go to the grocery store and you go to Walgreens, you get an experience that is so terrible for whatever reason that you like, I'm not coming back. Now, is that the fault of the employees or the employers who have created this environment where they have made it such a terrible place to be?
Some of it is the employees, man. I done seen some people with some, for FCC situations, I can't say, but in some situations, again, we shoot ourselves in the foot. I've seen people that are supposed to be your cashier, but they the ones calling people up there to fight. You can't even, handle your business because they on the phone about.
I think.
Pull up.
What makes it so that Chick-fil-A can have the employee? Every employee seems like an employee of the month, and you go to McDonald's. And first of all, we shouldn't be going to McDonald's. But you go to McDonald's and you pay at the one window, and then you get to the other window. She's like, "What you order?" It's on the screen. I used to work here. What are you talking about? What I ordered? It's right there. Well, I don't know which one is you. Well, then ask me if I ordered this and that. And then, what I'm saying is this. But these are. It's black people that work at Chick-fil-A there, and it's black people that's working at this McDonald's. So what is the difference in those black people as opposed to these young black people that's working at this McDonald's? One, I don't know how much they get paid at Chick-fil-A, but I'm assuming they probably get paid a little bit more than they probably get paid at McDonald's. It's a better situation for them to work in. Because I remember when I was coming up getting a job, I wanted to work at Foot Locker. Why? Because Foot Locker was a great situation to work in. I didn't want to work at Burger King. I didn't want to work at Hardee's. I ended up working at these places.
Yeah. It's some different situations now, though, Dame. Listen, the love and respect that we had a job, some of these people ain't got that. We got Brian on the line, on the True Talk text lines, 833-212-1017. Great morning, Brian. Love you, appreciate you. You hear us talking about these food deserts. What's your truth?
My truth is it all comes back to management. Now, you just mentioned Chick-fil-A. Of course, they have great employees, but there a lot of those black employees that work in those areas still live in the inner city. However, at the door, the manager shows them how to act, how they're going to conduct themselves. In the stores in the inner city of Milwaukee, everybody just mailing it in. Everybody in management just don't care. The management, when you go to a place to get a job in the city of Milwaukee, and the manager is sitting up there talking about, man, I can't wait to get up out of here. I can't wait to do this. I can't wait to do that. Everything but focusing in on what the structure is at the business. It all starts at management. Inner city Milwaukee management is basically piss poor.
Yes.
Places out in the nicer areas, they have better management. You can get somebody from the inner city. Man, I taught a YN how to throw a football. Never threw a football in his life. All he's thinking about is steaming every day. But the boy can throw a football like a college athlete now. And he's only 16 years old. It all starts at management. It all starts at management where you want to do something right. People just don't want to do things right in the inner city because they're led by too much stuff. I mean, you can teach anybody in the inner city to act right if you tell them from the jump how they're supposed to act. That's how they do things in better areas. They teach them how to act.
Thank you for the call.
Thank you for the call, Brian.
And I agree. When you look at Chick-fil-A, I don't know what it is about their business model that enables them. I believe if you put a Chick-fil-A on 9th and North, it would still be the same type of service that you get from a Chick-fil-A. And why is that? Because of
zero tolerance.
Because the zero tolerance and the management that and the way that the store is run. That McDonald's on 9th and North. I went there the other day with a youth. We parked to go in. Oh, the inside closed. What do you mean the inside is closed? It's a McDonald's. We just doing drive-through. Because the manager made the decision, I don't really want to work. And the owner, and I know for a fact that owner of that store, that there was a previous owner that was in trouble for bad managing. He owned the one on 20-something in Wisconsin. That's closed down now. Bad management, right? So the key is, a lot of times is, and I'm talking about food restaurants now. I'm not and corner stores and Walgreens. I'm not talking about the grocery stores. That's a whole different subject. But it also plays into that as well, is that a lot of times the management allows the employees to, if you tell somebody, look, you want this job, you're going to come with your pants on your waist, you're going to come with a clean shirt, you're going to leave the attitude at home, and I'm going to teach you how to do that. A lot of times we assume people know how to do that. They don't. I'm going to teach you how to do that. But once I've taught you, I'm expecting you to do that. And that's how it should be. It's expectations of these stores, and a lot of times they don't get treated well by the management. So that's why they mad. They mad they've been working 12 hours and they got to work 12 hours the next day, but they only getting $8 an hour. I'd be mad too.
Man, some of these people are not mad because of that. Some of these people, man, just ain't right, man. They just ain't right. You can try, and I think, again, you have some situations. Now, what you're saying, I believe wholeheartedly that it starts from the top. Because anything, in my opinion, it starts from the top. If you want this to go in this way, you got to show them. Again, I think with the Chick-fil-A, zero tolerance. Like, look, we done showed you what we need. In some of the situations in our inner cities and some of these locations, they need employees. They tired of being the owner, having to come and work the store all damn day and close and all of that kind of stuff, because they may have families and all of that stuff. But when you can't trust the people, but then it's like you really ain't got nobody else. You done went through 15 people in a week because you're saying, I'm not accepting anything less than the best. But these people and they'll come up and tell you what they're about to do to you. So it's a crazy situation that somewhere that balance has to be established, and the respect factor. A lot of these people don't respect authority, even though they at a job. They feel like they could come in smelling like weed, and it's okay if I tell you you can't. I just saw you taking a hit off of your Patron before you walked in. You cannot. But then nobody else is coming in to work, and I say it from being in a management position at a previous situation, man. It was like, so I'm going to either have to work all damn day myself. Remember, I was kind of telling you about that. We got to take care of some bills. But I'm just saying, man, trust me, bruh, it's a lot that goes on both. I feel that there's enough blame to go on both, because some people, man, just don't want to even do, no matter how you can give them a ride, you can give them all that, man, and they still come up with a damn excuse. Think about the job fairs that we put on, and we giving them bus fare. We tell them a ride gonna come. We doing this, we doing that. We give them clothes. They still come with they hoochie whatever on, and the brothers coming with they ass hanging out. We got to take care of some bills. You're listening to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 FM, The Truth. We'll be black, and we want to hear from you.
Hey there, Jane Lynch here. You want to hear something funny? Too bad. You want to hear something uplifting that will inspire you? Good. Because today, I want to talk to you about Direct Relief, a humanitarian organization that does seriously good work when it counts. Fires, hurricanes, earthquakes. When disaster strikes, Direct Relief immediately shows up with medicines, medical supplies, and everything doctors and nurses need to save lives. Let's ship her out! Every day across the United States and around the world, they're making an enormous difference. If someone needs help, Direct Relief helps. No politics, no red tape. Hey, what you doing over there?
Oh, I'm packing insulin for kids with diabetes.
See, every box here is literally a lifeline for someone in critical need. So check them out at directrelief.org and donate if you can. You might just bring a smile to someone's face.
People don't realize that glaucoma is one of the leading causes of blindness.
Because there are often no early symptoms, nearly half of those with glaucoma may not even know they have it until vision loss has occurred.
I was diagnosed with normal tension glaucoma in July of 2020. And what we found out at that point was I had already lost 40% of my sight. And you think it only affects people that are, 75 or older, retired, grandparents, and that's not the reality of it.
I didn't think at all glaucoma was going to affect me because I didn't know of anyone that had glaucoma, no one in my family. When you have glaucoma, you can't get back that sight that you lost. And so early detection and treatment is vitally, vitally important.
Don't miss life's most beautiful moments. Schedule an eye exam today.
National Glaucoma Research, a Bright Focus Foundation program, offers free resources and tips for healthy vision.
Learn how to protect your sight at stopglaucoma.org.
Truth Nation, it's time once again to celebrate excellence, passion, and the power of community at the second annual Truth Community Awards happening Friday, February 20th at Venue 3 inside the 3rd Street Market Hall in downtown Milwaukee. This awards show will be honoring the unsung heroes who show up, give back, and make a positive impact in our community every single day. We're rolling out the red carpet and showing love to those who truly deserve it. Tickets go on sale Monday, January 12th and are just $20 and include free food and exclusive Truth giveaways. Join the 1017 The Truth team for an unforgettable night of entertainment, inspiration, and community pride at the second annual Truth Community Awards on Friday, February 20th at Venue 3 in Milwaukee. The Truth Community Awards are sponsored by Gruber Law Offices, Steinhoffels, Milwaukee College Prep, Cousins Subs, Venue 3 at the 3rd Street Market Hall, and the Milwaukee Bucks.
Delays on westbound 94 from 27th Street all the way to Mitchell Boulevard. Eastbound's backed up from 92nd Street to Hawley Road. Northbound Appleton Avenue is closed still from Rivercrest Drive to Highway Q because of a crash. So that's something to keep in mind if you're heading through that area. Otherwise, we're looking pretty good across the rest of the system. And checking the TMJ4 Storm King forecast. Today, mostly sunny, a high of 42. Tonight, increasing clouds, a low of 32. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 1017 The Truth.
More of Truth in the Morning is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and streaming live on 1017 The Truth on YouTube.
Truth Nation, 1017 The Truth is proud to partner with Marcus Performing Arts Center to celebrate the life and legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. live from Eline Hall on Monday, January 19th at 4 p.m. Join us for the 42nd annual Martin Luther King Jr. birthday celebration as culture, community, and conversation come together at one of Milwaukee's most iconic stages. Be part of a powerful day honoring Dr. King's vision through unity, purpose, and progress with the award-winning 1017 The Truth live from the Marcus Performing Arts Center. That's 1017 The Truth.
Welcome back to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 1017 FM inside the American Family Insurance Studio in the heart of downtown at the Avenue. I am the legendary Home Blow along with my brother,
MC Dame Ellzey in the building.
Shout out to our producer, Rhea Riley. She's been quiet this morning. Rhea.
Hey, good morning, y'all.
How you doing and feeling?
I'm all right.
Why do you think some of these stores closing?
Ooh, you guys all kind of hit it on the head. There's just a lot going on.
I just want to hear from you, though.
I mean, I feel like, it is a little unsafe to go to some of these locations. I will definitely avoid going to a closer store and go to a further one for convenience and just overall please.
I'm sorry for laughing, but go ahead. I'm sorry. Keep
it's okay. Just overall ease. It's just, I'd avoid it at all costs if I can.
Now, we were talking about, thank you, Rhea. We were talking about the employees and it's starting at the top. You've gone to Chick-fil-A obviously before, right?
Yeah, sorry, I went all the way back to the grocery stores, but
so you went to Chick-fil-A before, and you got the service you wanted, right?
yeah.
And then you go someplace else and the service is terrible. Why do you think, from your point of view, that there is that disconnection in service that you get?
I think with what our last caller said, that management is not always working out for people. But also just decorum. I feel like people who get hired these days just need a job versus understanding the weight of having a real job and trying to do your best at that job.
Mm-hmm. Hit the bell for that for yourself, because I believe that. Okay, finish. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That's okay. But I just feel like people don't have that same type of like self-respect. I've been working since I was 9 years old. So like I've always had some type of job or income. And I feel like some kids just don't understand that these days and what it takes to just do a day-to-day job.
Yeah.
And then you get bad service, bad food, everything else. And you should be privileged to have that job.
Listen, I used to work, thank you, Rhea. I used to work at Hardee's. I worked at Hardee's for one day.
What?
Listen, I was, because this dude wanted me to wear my uniform but they, back then they wanted it to be kind of advertisement. Mm-hmm. And so they wanted you to wear your uniform and all this stuff on the way to work.
Which is not good, in my opinion.
I'm not doing that. And that's bad management. So I would have been a great employee for Hardee's. But the bad management, because I left there and went to Pick and Save and worked at Pick and Save for 2 years. Mm-hmm. Better management understood he's a good kid. Let's keep him around. Mm-hmm. And so I worked there for 2 years. But I'm just saying.
What was your reason? I'm going to see if we're on the same page with the logic of having to wear it, heading to work and all of that. What was your logic of saying why you didn't want to wear that?
First of all, I wasn't finna wear some greased up pants and shirt and smell like Hardee's food coming to work or going out there. Second of all, I'm not getting on the 62 coming from Riverside, going all the way up to 124th and Capitol, going past all of them schools that are King, Mesmer, Marshall, any other school along the way, getting on, and I'm in the back in the Hardee's uniform. I'm not doing that. It's too many girls, too many people seeing me. And to ask that of me is a ridiculous request and shows bad management.
Okay.
No, you're part of the problem.
Yeah,
part of the problem.
You are part of the problem.
No, I got a job. I'm going to show up on time. I'm going to be there 10 minutes early. I'm going to go in this bathroom. I'm going to take off my Jabot jeans and my Air Jordans, and I'm going to put on this Hardee's uniform, and I'm going to make this money. I'm going to be the best employee you've ever had. But you're not finna have me on this bus in this uniform getting laughed at because... Not. Let's be honest. You're not finna have me looking so being called. What was my man's name that worked at McDonald's that he was like, oh,
Calvin?
You're not finna get people calling me Calvin because it can be brutal out here. And I was a fly kid, but I wanted my own money. And so my mama told me I had to work.
Let's get Rhea's comment. Rhea,
Call me what you want. I'm the one that's getting the bag at the end of the day. I don't care if I have to have a pink flamingo costume on. I'm still getting money, so say it.
I hear you. So that's not realistic in today's society or even back then.
Okay, so the reasons that both of you have differ from mine. And that's why I say, 3 things can be right.
What's your reason?
At the same time. My thing is, I think if you work, and it's not necessarily, I guess it's certain jobs, but if you work in fast food and healthcare, I'd be damned if I want you coming in serving me food and everything outside is on you. It's just like when you came in, you had to change your outside clothes. Be like, your mama said, you ain't coming in here smelling like the outside. Excellent. You had to go cleanse yourself. So, but see, you're saying it because you didn't want to be laughed at. I'm saying it for the health. Though. Yeah, I'm saying it for the health reason. Like, I don't want you coming from the exhaust of the MCTS bus, sitting in. Everything is on you. Everything is on you. If people coughing and all that, let me get dressed at work. Let me bring my uniform to work. Let me bring my scrubs to work, and let me get. You're getting ready to go in there and be working around some people that are unhealthy.
Man.
And here you are talking about wearing a mask, but you've been out there just like pig peeing. Everything been coming at you.
Listen.
So that's my.
You're absolutely correct. And
that's
Rhea's
my
correct
thing.
as well. But and I should.
And we do got a call too.
But you're absolutely correct. And that's bad management on that man's part at that Hardee's. And I say that again to say that is the reason why Hardee's probably is closing down all over the place, and there's only 3 of them left because of bad management.
Okay.
Carry on.
We got DJ. DJ, great morning. Love you. Appreciate you. You hear the conversation. You got some comments on the food deserts and black employment. What's your truth?
Yeah, so I think I have a number of perspectives. To start, I think what's important is that we need to, especially as black people, we need to be mindful of how we discuss things, first of all, in a very public manner, in regard to reinforcing negative stereotypes about black communities. And so what I'm hearing and what I've heard is that there is a lack of interest, I think mainly from you, Homer, is that there's a lack of interest in, number one, in being employed, which I think is frankly not true. I think we need to be mindful that it's not just our community that is not working. There's an issue with employment across the nation, and that's not just, there are other people in the world besides black people. And so if it's a deficit, that means it's not only black people that don't want to work. There are other people from other communities that are not working. And so I think it's the responsibility of the employers to evaluate why that's happening. And there's a very one-dimensional approach that employers take to finding out why that's happening. And frankly, to Damien's point, nobody wants to work at a fast food restaurant. That's not something that everybody takes an interest in. And so we need to be okay with the fact that people have the right to have a preference. We take that away from people from it's a very elitist perspective of, no, you should want to go ahead and work at a Hardee's. No, it's okay for us to have preferences, especially in our communities. And we need to be clear that in having those preferences, that these companies need to provide a sense of purpose. I think our younger generation operates from a perspective of purpose, and we have not provided those opportunities for them. Even when we encourage people of color to just simply go into roles that are specific to trades, that's fine, but we need to make sure that that is in alignment with their purpose. To transition to the conversation about food apartheid, let's be clear. It's not just black and brown people that steal from stores. I know several people who work in the industry of I can't remember the exact term, but it's making sure that stores, loss prevention, excuse me. And I've heard horror stories about people traveling far and wide from other states that are not black people, that are white people that have been stealing from several stores.
Hey, DJ, I need you to get about like another 15 seconds because we got to get ready to take care of a break. But go ahead. You got about another 15 seconds.
Okay. So just for clarity, let's be clear. No one would be stealing from these stores if these stores prioritize the communities that they were in. Why are you throwing away food when you could simply create a food pantry with the food instead of throwing it away? So you need to evaluate who's actually servicing our communities. And
okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you very much for your call. But when people say certain things like that, because I've heard it said in studio by certain guests or whatever the case may be, this is Milwaukee Black Talk. So if we can't keep it real and be harsh and real with our community, then we are not doing our job, in my opinion. So if we got to be hiding where we say this and say that, I think that's bogus. But we got to take care of some bills. You're listening to Truth in the Morning. Yeah, you're listening to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 FM. The Truth will be black.
Milwaukee Black Talk.
You don't want to be there. You don't like the work. You don't like the people. Now, there are some differences. The only difference is modern American slavery and capitalism versus 19th century. We were dramatically more primitive back then. and a slave that is able to buy their freedom is the same as the disaffected, disgruntled worker that is able to buy their way into entrepreneurship, because that for them is freedom.
Listen to The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, weekdays from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m.
The Humane Animal Welfare Society, HAWS, believes in keeping pets healthy and families together. No one should have to choose between rent and veterinary care. The Wellness Clinic at Hawes Animal Shelter in Waukesha offers important basics of dog and cat care to our community. Pet owners can schedule general exams, sick visits, receive vaccinations, even get preventatives and nail trims. Appointments are available weekdays and can be scheduled by calling 262-542-8852. Contact Hawes of Waukesha today for your pet's care.
You served behind the desk.
You served in combat.
You did 4 years and got out.
You were drafted.
You gave 20 years.
You gave exactly what your country needed.
And so did you.
When you raised your hand and swore an oath to your country, when you put your name on a dotted line, you became part of only 1% of Americans who did the same. You are a veteran.
You are a veteran.
You are a veteran. Because no matter when, where, or how you served, you made a sacrifice for your country, and you deserve support.
If you're struggling with life after service, don't wait. Reach out.
Reach out to a loved one, to a fellow veteran, to VA.
Find resources at va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Happy kids heal faster, and that's why Starlight is dedicated to improving the mental well-being of sick kids across the U.S. Learn how at starlight.org.
Wisconsin's own Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Truth in the Morning returns after this on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and streaming live on 1017 The Truth on YouTube.
Welcome back to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 1017 FM The Truth. Make sure you hit up our YouTube page, and while you're there, hit that like and subscribe button. You can also watch us on Facebook Live. You can watch us on X, all at 1017 The Truth. Before we went to break, DJ, thank you for your call. MC Dame Ellzey, you wanted to make your point and
my
rebuttal.
point
Go ahead.
to rebuttal to what you were saying is that sometimes we, as a community, blame ourselves for all of the things that are happening to us. We pile on and we use accountability. Oh, you need to be held accountable for this and held accountable. Accountability theories are just sometimes regurgitating the stereotypes that have already been placed upon us. And if we don't get the full picture of what's going on, you would think that black people are the only ones that are stealing from stores. Black people are the only ones that are doing any of the crime in this country, or anything that's negative comes from us. Without the big picture, you understand that that's not the case. That a lot of times they use that as scapegoating to do things that they want to do. In the case of these stores, a lot of times when Melody called and she said the theft prevention numbers don't show what we believe to be true. And when we say, oh, they're closing because we're stealing, they're doing this because of something that we're doing, we're letting them off the hook for doing something that they wanted to do in the beginning, and they're placing the blame on us. So then they sit back, and we point the fingers at ourselves and blame ourselves for what we would call the food desert, the food apartheid. That's all I'm saying. And if we don't give the bigger picture when we get in these positions to talk, sometimes people see it as, well, that person is in the know, and they're saying it that way, and that person is, when the fact of the matter is there's a larger system in play here, and if we don't acknowledge that larger system, we end up victimizing the victim again.
I think we talk about the larger picture all the time as well. But again, I don't think that just because we talk about, and when we do talk about the larger picture, that we can't hold people that we know that look like us that are doing all these things that we're talking about. So am I saying it in a totality? I never say it like that, bruh. I never say it. I'll be like some people. And it's just like when we talk about some of the youth that are doing things, it ain't all of them. It ain't all the teens doing it. It ain't all the young adults doing it. It ain't all the older adults doing it. But those that we know, and when you experience it, that's the difference maker. So I can't sit and act like, yeah, I've seen that happen. Yeah, I've seen that, but then say, well, because we know that white people do it too, or other people do it too, that we shouldn't address it because of how they gonna feel. I can give a damn less how they feel. I can only say that if we're going to do better, we have to start taking self-accountability. We have to be able to hold us accountable. It doesn't take somebody that doesn't look like us to clean up our damn yard.
And
so when we see all that trash and all that, and we want to say, well, the city you need to get your ass out there and pick up all that trash around your house. You need to make sure that around your garbage can is clean. Or don't get to talking about, man, they need to do something about these rats. Man, they need to do something about these roaches. Man, you need to stop letting your toilet or your tub overflow and create a ceiling leak that now a landlord or a property manager has to end up coming in to fix because you being careless.
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah,
but I think the examples you're giving are different than the examples that we're talking about here. That, of course, clean up your neighborhood. Of course, do that. But I'm saying when we're talking about these stores closing and like Melody said, food apartheid, that's not an accountability issue. That is using what they have given us and placing it back on us. That is victimizing the victim again. Where we have these situations where we have seen historically black people have been giving the shorter end of the stick. Now we're going to blame black people for being given the shorter end of the stick.
No, we blaming them black people that are doing that are making a majority of us seem like we all ignorant. We all doing that. We ain't all doing that.
No,
so what I'm saying is,
again without blaming the source of it.
I'm blaming the black people that are cause of that root analogy that we having. We wouldn't have that analogy if we could at least address it, bro.
You have to address where that analogy comes from, though. When you do that, you are regurgitating white supremacist tropes, unknowingly doing that. When you say black people do this and black people are lazy and black people
I see it. That's why I can say it.
You see it, but the numbers
the ones that I'm talking about.
When we have a situation where across the board people are lazy. Across the board, this is the case.
Yeah.
When you say black people are this, black people are that,
so
you're regurgitating white supremacy
when you're talking about
that just aren't true.
When you talk about people that if they get caught with a lot of dope and they don't get a lot of time, but when we get caught with dope, we get a lot of time. So are we supposed to just go head on and keep getting caught with dope, and we know that the justice system is going to be unfair? Why walk into the trap is where I'm going. We continue to walk in and create traps for ourselves, and then we try to blame it on other things. We know the social situation. We know how things have been deep rooted, in my opinion, but all of it is not that. Some of it is just us not taking responsibility and accountability, because I don't want to have to go down a block and only see, oh, well, these 3 houses must have homeowners and the others must be all renters. It should be able to just be a block where people give a damn about how their houses look, how their lawn looks, how their property looks, how the inside of their house is kept. We can't end up taking some people to just choose to be nasty and be like, it's okay, because, they just, you know what I'm saying? It's like...
Now, look, I'm going to take that example you gave, an accountability thing again, accountability politics, something I really don't like. Because when you do accountability politics, you're blaming, again, the victim. In this situation, we're talking about homes on the block, 3 homeowners. Well, why aren't those other homes owned by people? Because we had redlining. Because we've had discrimination and segregation in our neighborhoods where we weren't getting the services that other people were getting in those areas. What led up to this situation? Now we're here, but we're discounting all of the things that led up to get us to this situation, and then we blame us for where we are. We didn't row the boat to get us here into the middle of the ocean.
Some of them people good on their own homes, but do they choose to? Hell no. They choose to be renters.
Again, that's blaming the person stuck in the middle of the ocean.
We got
and
the
they just
town.
got dropped in the middle of the ocean.
We got the town. The town, great morning, love you, appreciate you. You hear the conversation on the food desert. You hear the conversation on accountability. What's your truth?
Good morning.
Yeah, you're on there. Yep.
I ain't even gonna lie. Hey, y'all, you bogus on this, bro. Because every rip, and I've been listening for a long time, bro. And some of the stuff that you be saying, it do be true though. But let your accountability argument be mega loud. But then the causes and the root causes be very, very silent, bro. Very, very silent, cuz. And now, it's like, you know what I'm saying? And you've been up on this show for a hot second. And I'm just keeping it 100. And it's all love, though, bro. Like the other brother said, bro. Damn. All of this don't be our fault. Like Dame said, all of this don't be our fault. And two, fam, look, we only 12% of the country, bro. You giving a lot of accountability to 12% when other people are doing that too as well, cuz. Like the way you said, fam, we just ain't nothing, bro.
Nope.
You know, we keep our we don't do our we
Some
don't
people
raise
don't.
our kids.
Some people don't. That's it. I ain't saying all. Oh, okay, yeah, we're coming to the end.
Who was that?
The town. Yeah.
Okay.
Some people don't. And what I'm saying is, if you are not in that some people, then again, when they say that if the shoe don't fit, don't put it on. But if you know that we are talking to some people that this is why you got a Section 8 property and now they done tore it up. Or you got a rental property and they done tore it up. That's not just because of something somebody else did. They chose to be nasty.
That is.
You get what I'm saying? So I'm just saying.
That's such a minute part of what we're talking about here.
But
you keep
where I'm
going
to
that, and I understand that is okay. Okay, you tear somebody's
that's where
house.
I'm going.
That's fine.
That's
but
where
we're
I'm
talking about
going.
systemic issues that are taking place.
When we talk about systemic issues, I deal with it.
You talking about a house? Fine. We're talking about Pick and Save deciding to close down.
Yes, sir.
Off of made up numbers saying that it's stolen stuff, and then we come up here and say, "Oh yeah, Pick and Save is right. The brothers are stealing, and so they right to be closing." No, they aren't.
I can tell you.
What I'm saying.
I can tell you that I've been to that Pick and Save, and I saw drug selling. I saw a lot of the things that our community talked about. I ain't talking about what they ended up saying. I'm telling you what I saw.
I believe in that.
I'm telling you what I saw.
Sometimes eyes lie.
What's your lie? Yes. So we all got eyes, though. We both got eyes, but we got to get ready to wrap up. We got to get ready to wrap up.
And don't y'all call it tomorrow talking about Dame and Homer was arguing, because I don't want management calling us, making us have a meeting because they said we was arguing. This is black men having black conversation on Black Talk Radio.
That's all I'm saying.
Leave us alone.
All right. The Truth with Sherwin Hughes is up next on the award-winning 101.7 FM The Truth, and he has an award-winning 101.7 The Truth show, Truth with Sherwin Hughes. If nobody has told you that they love you today, I want to let you know that I love you, and I want you to please have a safe and nonviolent remainder of the day. Love you, babes. Talk to my agent.